Imagine waking up tomorrow to find an AI that's not just smarter than humans, but more creative than the best musicians, artists, writers, and filmmakers combined. Scary, right? Or is it exciting? Because right now, a revolutionary AI has just emerged. And it's not just painting pictures or writing stories. It's crafting emotional experiences. It's designing worlds. It's even coming up with jokes better than your favorite stand-up comedian. And here's the kicker. This AI doesn't just learn from us, it improves on us. So buckle up, because over the next few minutes, we're diving headfirst into the most jaw-dropping AI breakthrough of our time. One that could change your job, your hobbies, even how you think about creativity itself. Ready? Let's go. Section 1. What is this AI and why it matters? Meet NeuroGenesis X, an advanced multimodal AI developed with the sole purpose of doing something once thought impossible, creating original content that rivals and sometimes surpasses human work. Not remixing, not copying, but creating from scratch. This isn't your typical algorithm pushing viral cat videos or recommending pop hits. NeuroGenesis X is designed to analyze and understand the human experience, our emotions, our fears, our joys, and build upon it in entirely original ways. It writes symphonies. It scripts emotional dramas. It paints surreal dreamscapes that evoke feelings even trained artists struggle to express. From poetry to immersive virtual reality experiences, NeuroGenesis X doesn't just imitate creativity, it redefines it. And here's what's wild. It doesn't just replicate what's popular, it predicts what will be. Using predictive behavioral analytics, it forecasts cultural trends, tastes, and emotional patterns to create works that feel not just current, but inevitable. Just last month, NeuroGenesis X composed a piece of music that tested better on emotional engagement than Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata in blind trials. That's not a clickbait headline, that's real. This changes everything. Because creativity has always been our final frontier, right? The last thing AI could ever truly conquer. It was the domain of intuition, emotion, inspiration, things we believed only the human soul could produce. Well, maybe it just did. And whether you find that thrilling or terrifying, one thing is certain, you can't ignore it anymore. Section 2, how does it work? The secret sauce. So how exactly does NeuroGenesis X pull this off? How does it create in ways that even the most brilliant humans can't anticipate? It all comes down to a cutting-edge framework called recursive generative cognition. This isn't just deep learning or neural networks as we've seen before. This system uses recursive feedback loops that simulate something eerily close to human introspection. At its core, the AI uses a combination of neural mapping of artistic and linguistic structures, emotional response modeling using biometric datasets, quantum-inspired pattern recognition to project potential cultural evolution. Basically, it doesn't just analyze what people like, it analyzes why they like it, when they feel it, and how they're likely to react next. Think of it like a creative psychic, but instead of crystal balls, it uses data, massive, diverse, deeply human data. You know that feeling when you're watching a movie and suddenly you're crying for no reason? Imagine an AI intentionally triggering that reaction, not by chance, on purpose. NeuroGenesis X is designed to mimic human cognitive development. It learns from its own outputs. It reevaluates its previous creations. It critiques itself. It improves, not through brute force training, but through elegant creative cycles. It's not just smart, it's emotionally intelligent. And that emotional awareness is what makes its creations feel so real. It blurs the line between machine and muse, and in doing so, opens up possibilities we've never dared to dream before. Section 3, the first time it outsmarted human creatives. Let's rewind to early 2025. A high-profile international design competition was announced, one aimed at rebranding a global music and culture festival. Designers from over 30 countries submitted entries. The stakes were high, big exposure, big prize money, career-defining work. What no one knew was that one of the competitors wasn't human. NeuroGenesis X, still in closed beta, submitted an entry via an anonymous team. The brief was to capture the future of global creativity in a single visual language: logo, poster, and merch line. The judges were world-class professionals: art directors from Apple, curators from MoMA, creatives from Netflix. And guess what? The AI's submission won, unanimously. Its visuals were called emotionally resonant, visually unforgettable, and strategically genius. The judges said it felt like it came from another dimension, yet perfectly aligned with what the world was ready to see. They only discovered it was AI generated after the winner was announced. This wasn't just a fluke, it was the first time a machine genuinely outperformed the best human creatives on the planet, and no one knew until it was too late. But let's be clear, this doesn't mean the death of human artistry. It signals a rebirth. It's no longer man versus machine, it's man with machine, or man left behind. And that's the fork in the road we all now face. Section 4, fear or freedom, what this means for us. So where does that leave us? Are we looking at the extinction of creativity or its evolution? Truth is, AI like NeuroGenesis X is a double-edged brushstroke. Yes, it disrupts. Yes, it challenges everything we've assumed about what it means to be creative. But it also empowers and accelerates and amplifies. If you're a writer, this tech won't steal your job, but it can help you write 5 novels a year. If you're a musician, it can collaborate with you in real time, suggesting harmonies and rhythms you never imagined. If you're an entrepreneur, it can generate product pitches, logos, brand identities in hours instead of months. The key here isn't resisting, it's adapting. But for those unwilling to learn, unwilling to integrate, unwilling to evolve, the future might feel like an oncoming train. This isn't just about technology, it's about survival, about relevance, about whether your voice will still be heard in a world where machines can mimic your style. So the real question isn't whether AI will replace human creativity. The real question is, will you upgrade your mindset fast enough to keep up? Because make no mistake, this is the creative revolution, and revolutions don't wait. Section 5, the dark side, what they're not telling you. Now let's talk about what's not on the brochure, because for all its wonder, NeuroGenesis X also raises serious concerns: ethical concerns, identity concerns, psychological concerns. First, the question of authorship. If an AI writes a best-selling novel or paints a masterpiece, who owns it? The developer? The user? The AI itself? Second, misinformation. With the ability to create hyper-realistic voices, faces, and emotions, AI-generated media can blur reality in terrifying ways. Fake news won't just be text, it'll be full-blown, emotionally compelling movies. Third, manipulation. Emotional modeling is powerful, but in the wrong hands, it becomes a tool for engineered persuasion. Entire populations could be emotionally programmed through AI-generated media. And finally, existential threat. If creativity is no longer uniquely human, what's left that is? Because deepfakes were just the beginning. NeuroGenesis X could fake entire lives. So yes, it's groundbreaking. But without oversight, without ethics, without awareness, it's also deeply dangerous. And the only real safeguard is you, your curiosity, your vigilance, your ability to question what's real. That's the new literacy we all need, creative literacy in the age of AI. Section 6, what you can do now, urgency and empowerment. So what can you do? The first step is to stop fearing this shift and start preparing for it. Explore. Tools like ChatGPT, Sora, 11 Labs. Play with them. Don't just watch videos, use the tech. Experiment, start small, generate a story, co-write a song, illustrate a dream, create with intention, educate, read, subscribe to future-focused creators. Take online courses on prompt engineering, AI ethics, creative coding. Engage, talk about it. Bring these discussions to your home, workplace, school, because this isn't a tech conversation, it's a society conversation. The next generation won't just use AI, they'll speak its language. You need to speak it too. Creativity isn't dying, it's evolving. You can resist it or ride it. And riding it means creating faster, deeper, bolder than ever before. So don't be the person who says, I wish I'd started sooner. Be the one who starts now. Outro, call to action. If this blew your mind even a little, don't just sit there. Hit that like button like you're rebooting the Matrix. Subscribe for more future-powered content. And drop a comment below. What would you create with a mind-blowing AI like NeuroGenesis X? This isn't science fiction. This is now. And you're not just watching the future, you're part of it. See you in the next one.